Welcome back, everyone, to I'm No Genius. As always, I am that dude, Eli Burgett, and I'm joined today by Grant Sherman and Colin Harrell. Guys, how are we today? Mm,
Seems like this happens frequently.
it does have,
We
well,
need to work
usually,
on that.
yeah, it happens even when there's only one other person in the meeting. Like when me and Cam have done one-on-ones, he just stays silent. So.
No, Eli, how are you?
Well, I gotta say I'm doing pretty well. Work is going okay, but I can't help but feel like I'm slacking off, especially in the mornings, because I'm not getting a very good start to my day. And I think you guys know what I'm kind of leading you into here. Have you guys been seeing this trend on social media where these influencers will wake up at 4 a.m., 3:30 a.m., 9 o'clock at night, and they'll already get their day started? And have you guys been seeing this?
Yeah, are you saying you're not taking five ice face baths before 7 a.m.?
No, I'm not taking five ice face baths with bottled water, by the way. This is
Mhm.
purified, distilled, bottled water. Haven't been doing that. Have I been slacking off?
I mean, yeah, it just seems like you don't want it enough.
Yeah.
Ashton Hall seems to want it. He apparently it takes 4 minutes diving into a pool. If you didn't see that from the video.
I mean, that's some serious airtime right there. Colin, what's your stance on all this?
Frankly, I think that you are curbing, if you will, your potential. If you're not doing this exact routine, you
Hmm.
should be waking up, um, peeling your mouth tape off, and then. Ooh, excuse me. Let me turn the TV down. By
Peel.
the way, Minecraft. I'm back into Minecraft. I'll admit it. Sorry, off topic, but I admit it. Okay, it's what I've been doing.
No,
I'm absolutely addicted.
no judgment here. No judgment here.
But anyway, yeah, I get up at 4:30, do my two face baths, and then at 4:30 I get on Minecraft. So I've actually been on there since 4:38 this morning. So I don't have much of a routine video to show, but
So
Love it.
you've been at it for about 16 hours now. The Minecraft you've been crafting for 16 hours.
yes, correct.
Okay, that's a serious craft session, but I will say that doesn't eclipse some of the sessions we had during COVID. Those would last all of 76 hours straight, I would say.
Yeah,
But
correct.
but yeah,
Absolutely.
guys, I mean, I feel like I wake up at a pretty decent time, wake up around 7 a.m. every day, is that not enough for me?
I guess not. I'm just obsessed with this trend. I mean, it's been a thing for a while where like these influencers will walk around with tripods and like they'll get in their cars, drive away, record themselves driving away, and then you realize, wait, they had to go back and get that tripod. So they went back, got it, set it down on a parking lot. Like they just do these absurd things. But now the trend is who can wake up the earliest, who can do the most absurd stuff the
Yeah.
earliest. It just keeps getting crazier and crazier.
Yeah, Grant, I think you pointed out the logistics of this. We mentioned Ashton Hall earlier. He's the guy that's leading the charge on this. As you said, dove off the diving board and 4 minutes of airtime into the swimming pool, which is just outstanding. Can't be replicated. Not even, I mean, Michael Jordan is rolling over in his future grave because he's still alive. But you pointed out the logistics of this. You said he had a camera watching the elevator open and close. That means he placed it there to record, let it close, went back to go get it, got to his next floor, left the elevator, placed the camera there, went back into the elevator, then came out to record himself leaving. And you said it was incredible, Colin.
So on that note, I actually think this specific individual has assistants that do all this.
Mm,
I think he. Are we talking about the Jack Black dude?
yes.
Okay.
Well, now there's
Yes.
multiple of them. He has like minions that are doing the same
Yeah.
thing. He's
Yeah.
the original.
Right. I
Okay.
saw this dude like a few weeks ago. I just like he started popping up in my feed, these exact videos, whatever. And like less about the routine. I was more confused why he just like Grant just said had minions. Like they just bring him stuff. Like they'll bring him a bowl of ice water while he's on like a fake like
Hmm.
Zoom call, like talking about money. And and then like when he comes out of his door, he's recording himself once again walking out of his front door. and there's two people standing there waiting like security guards, but one of them's like a teenage woman or a
I don't
teenage girl.
understand how he makes money either. Like the Zoom calls that Colin was alluding to, like they're obviously the fakest conversations ever. Like it'll cut to him, like, man, we got to get them sales up to 10,000. I think this month, and I mean he's just.
So
But yeah,
I guess he's a trainer. I guess he's like a fitness coach.
Yeah.
And then I guess he is probably just making money off the fact that he has millions of followers and like he does these like sprinting videos in the parking lots. Have you guys seen those?
yeah.
Like I think that was like his original thing. Like
Okay.
he literally made like videos of him sprinting. Like there's no other way around it. And
Yeah.
I mean he's jacked out of his mind.
Yeah.
And he just was sprinting in parking lots and somehow has like gained a mass following off that.
I mean, yeah, Colin, I'm just going to second everything you just said. He is like, Greek god physique and what have you. But he does have assistants that help him out with these videos and referencing some of the people that just like bring him stuff in these videos. There was one video, I don't know if you've seen it, where he is shooting basketball and, the shooting form is, it's a little bit hit or miss, but he's a bodybuilder. He's not a basketball player. But this is not satire. This is not a joke. There's a video of him shooting a basketball, and then one of his assistants comes out with a slice of watermelon. And like instead of like how like water boys come out with like water on the sideline in NBA games, he comes out with watermelon. Now, Colin, what do you say to courtside watermelon?
No. Is that allowed to say? Am I allowed to say that? Because that's my answer.
Not,
No.
not for you.
No. That's not necessarily. Why are we doing watermelon on the court? Hey, let's do water. You do 13 bottles of water a day where you plunge your face in them. I'm sure you have some to spare where you can drink some water on the court, not eat watermelon. Although, isn't watermelon kind of just like it's a lot of water, isn't it? I know that sounds stupid, but like isn't it just like really watery? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Like think about when you bite into a watermelon. You're almost like taking a sip of water, but flavored.
Yeah, it definitely has a lot of water in it because there's a lot of, juices packed in, watermelon juice, if you will, but definitely a hydrating food. Grant, we're talking about Ashton Hall getting courtside watermelon in one of his videos. What's your stance on this?
I don't know. This dude is unreal. Like all jokes aside, the like I mean, I know we like to make fun of the whole like jumping in the water for 4 minutes, the whole like leaving the elevator, going back in, all that stuff. But it is kind of cool. Like I'm sure some people are somewhat inspired to actually get up earlier and do something. Like he's obviously not waking up at 3 and doing this, but it's reaching a lot of people, so I'm sure a lot of people are trying to get up earlier and do some productive stuff.
See, Grant, I like your stance right there, and I like that you're playing, the politician aspect of this. I'm going to disagree with everything you just said. I don't think a single person is inspired by what this guy is doing. I saw a completely separate influencer who was on a podcast similar to Joe Rogan. It was not Joe Rogan because he wouldn't have this guy on, but he was like, I've learned how to manipulate time so that I turn one day into 3 days. Each of my days last 6 hours, and I get 6 hours of sleep, and I'm going to kick your butt the next day. So I've turned 1 week into 21 days, and you stack that up over a month, I'm going to kick your butt. You stack it over a year, you're toast. It's just stuff like that. And so the first comment said, "Bro figured out scheduling." And it made me laugh because a lot of these guys, they think they've cracked the code or whatever, but really they're just getting up early and just organizing their stuff.
So speaking of just absolutely insane routines, did you guys see Mark Wahlberg's routine that came out, I think like 4 years ago? This is
Yes.
just day to day.
Yes.
Posted this on his Instagram story. For the listeners who don't know, typical daily schedule for Mark Wahlberg: 2:30 a.m. wake up, 2:45 a.m. prayer time, 3:15 a.m. breakfast, 3:40 to 5:15 a.m. workout, 5:30 a.m. post workout meal. So he's had 2 meals before 6 a.m. 6 a.m. shower, 7:30 a.m. golf, 8 a.m. snack, 9:30 a.m. cryo chamber recovery, 10:30 a.m. snack, 11 a.m. family time slash meeting slash work calls, 1 p.m. lunch, 2 p.m. meetings and work calls, 3 p.m. pick up kids at school, 3:30 p.m. snack, 4 p.m. workout number 2, 5 p.m. shower, 5:30 p.m. dinner/family time, 7:30 p.m. bedtime. Mark
So let me
Wahlberg.
ask a question here. Let me ask you a question here. If everyone else is, if we're going like general population, everyone's gonna typically, we have outliers, but most people are getting up between what, 7 and 10, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
Why are we making our day start at 2:30
Well, I
and
did.
end at 7:30 p.m.? What is the point?
I
What
agree.
does not make you better? Now you're just like not awake when everyone else is. Congratulations, bro. That does not do anything for you. You just don't get to see people. Your 11 p.m. family time or 11 a.m. family time, I bet that shit is important because you're sleeping while your kids are getting home from school and eating dinner.
He also stated that he does play 18 holes during this 45-minute golf time. He just sprints between each shot. No cart.
He plays 18 holes, but 18 shots. It's just a hole in one every single time. Next hole, next hole, next hole.
Sprinting.
Yeah, that's actually workout number 2. The one in the evening is 3 because he's doing full-on sprints to each ball.
I think we're missing out on content here. I've been telling Adam I think we need one of these.
What,
Oh,
what would his look like? What would Adam's look like?
wake up.
Wake up at 6 or wake up at 4:30 a.m. Make 1 egg and 2 pieces of toast and black coffee. If you drink anything other than black coffee, get off this page and never get back on it again. Drive to work for 19 hours, go home, do 13 home projects. We're in bed by 8. That's what I imagine Adams.
Nightly old-fashioned video.
Correct. And there would be a 30-minute increment at the end where he would do his drinks that he does.
You add some content in the content right there. That's all it is. We just got to build off of the previously established stuff. But yeah, Colin, I agree with your proposed schedule for Adam, except 4:30 a.m. wake up time, 4:32 a.m. take a dump. I mean, just immediately like go to the bathroom. Then he's ready to conquer the day. He doesn't need to have like an ice face bath or whatever. Doesn't need a mouth tape or whatever. Just morning dump, and then he's out the door. So, guys.
Yep.
With Adam and Ashton Hall, all these people, they're making me feel really insecure that I'm not doing enough as a man.
Probably true, but regardless, I mean, listen, Adam comes out with a video. All you have to do is follow that routine, and you will be peak male.
Yeah.
So you should be pushing for him to put out some content.
I mean, Adam, the results speak for themselves. You look at Adam and you just think, what a man, what a man, what a man. And you want to be exactly like him.
Correct.
Well,
Correct.
yeah, yeah, just not living up. What time, just out of curiosity, what time do you guys get up in the morning?
Probably different time every single day, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, it's anywhere from 6:30 to 8:30. 8:30 is usually the latest.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the whole second half of the week, I'm working night shifts, so like,
Oh, I mean,
I have a little bit different schedule.
Yeah, Colin, can you walk us through like what a night shift entails for a nurse like you? We don't really know like what your schedule looks like. We just know that you are out there busy saving lives / cleaning up feces, and you can't be here to do the podcast with us. So walk us through what you're doing, man.
Oh gosh. I mean, I don't want to like bore you, but I mean, I get there at like 7, and I'd say like most of the nursing tasks get done. It depends on your patient. Depends on your patient. If it's someone that's been there a while and they're kind of just going through the routine, you may have a night where you do stuff until like 2 a.m. and then like you get to like 2 and like hopefully they're asleep. And then like 2 to 5, you're just kind of like, what do I do? You know what I mean? That definitely happens. There's definitely times where I'm there like this, sitting in the chair, just, waiting. But it really depends. Every night's different. I can't give you like a straight routine because every night's different.
Okay, could you give me?
sometimes-
Yeah, Grant, what'd you say again? Sorry.
I'm sure you couldn't record in a hospital for obvious reasons, but I would be curious your day in the life of that.
Yeah, a vlog in there. Yeah.
Watch the
Yeah,
night.
I'll break HIPAA for you guys. No
Yeah,
worries.
that'd
Yeah,
be something.
just skirt around those whole HIPAA regulations. But
Yeah.
yeah, Colin, I mean, yeah, we can't vlog it, so we'll just live in mystery for the rest of our lives, I guess.
Yeah.
Could you get sorry, Grant, go ahead.
No, I was gonna completely change the. You can go.
I was gonna well, mine's not very helpful either. I was going to say, how much feces do you normally clean up on a regular basis, daily basis? Give me a
Uh,
number.
oh gosh, see that also depends. Um, I'm in a setting where we do a lot of butt bags. If we're having blowouts, we do butt bags, which basically means, hey, they poop, goes into a bag. So, that's a little more ideal. Is it fun to look at? No, but it's more ideal than, turning them over and giving them the wipe down. And I'm sure they appreciate that. I wouldn't want to be rolled back and forth being wiped if I'm in critical condition, but you got to do what you got to do sometimes. It's I'd say, that's probably about once a shift that happens now.
Mm.
When I worked on like a med surg floor or like in like a nursing home, uh, 3 times an hour.
Do you like when that happens? Do you gag or do you try
Yeah,
like?
great question there, Grant. It really depends. I've become desensitized to some of it, and then there's some where it is absolutely uncontrollable.
Yeah.
And I'm in there like, and I just have to play it off like I'm coughing or something, and it can be rough.
They
Yeah,
stop
yeah,
right for the trip to the hospital. You might be in for a rough smell.
Yeah, yep, correct.
yeah. Like when you gag, do you have to play it off like a cough because you don't want to seem unprofessional? Is that the sort of my ideology?
Yes, I mean that is correct. At the same time though, once again, I'm in an ICU, so like a lot of the patients are like sedated and they don't even like realize, what's happening where they're at. So it's not that big of a deal there. But like in a place where you're like you maybe just have like an older gentleman or lady and they're just, not with it, but like they're pooping in the bed, you gotta hold your composure a little better because they'll call you out if you start gagging in front of them.
Yeah. Speaking of gagging, Grant, how's your job going?
Oh, I mean, it's going. If you're ever free and in Central Ohio on Sundays, come down to Ariza, get a buy one, get one bowl. I don't know. I mean, I enjoy working there. Again, not a ton of people come in, but it's I don't know.
What'd you say it was the fourth best one of those restaurants on campus?
Yeah, no, on Court Street, on that street. So, fourth best Asian food restaurant on.
Just on the one street.
Kidding.
On that
It's
street.
actually it's really good, and you get a lot of food. I have not been to the grocery store in such a long time, just because I keep going there to get food. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's going good.
Well,
I mean, he's directly across from Chipotle and Bagel Street Deli, so like, yeah,
Like, I mean, if you're a college student, you're not going to go to Chipotle.
yeah.
yeah.
That's tough competition right there, Grant. But I was going to ask you, do you get like an employee discount or just like free food like when you eat at your place of work?
I don't know if I'm supposed to answer this, but there's no way that the CEO of Arise is listening. So, I eat for free when I'm working there, and then usually eat for free when I'm not working there. Sometimes it's like half off, but yeah.
Yeah,
Grant sent me an email Tuesday morning. Hey Grant, we're gonna actually move on from you, buddy.
I think Athens is going to move on from Ariza here soon, so we'll see who goes first.
Grant, you owe us $776 in bowls.
No, all seriousness, if you're listening to this, one of our friends in Athens, go try Ariza. It actually is really good food. Colin, have you tried it before?
Nope.
Okay, so you can't attest. It is great food, and you get a lot. Yeah, give it a shot. You'll be
Yeah,
one.
we'll do that. We'll do that.
It's a good thing we're not sponsored by them because this would be the worst plug ever. Hey, Colin, did you ever eat at Ariza? No. All right.
Yeah, speaking of that, Grant, can you get us sponsor or what? their brand colors kind of like match with ours. Like, you
Yeah, I
know,
don't think we have the funds for that right now, but
okay, gotcha.
They
Well, I
don't
mean,
have.
we don't
Shout out.
require much.
You're right. It's just a mutual.
Well,
All
well,
right.
Just ask them if they can add like $50 to the end of your paycheck, and you'll just evenly distribute it amongst
I'll
us.
plug them 10 times.
yeah. Just like every time we say Ariza 50 cents into the I'm a Genius Venmo, just say Ariza, Ariza, Ariza over and over and over again.
12-hour episode where we're just.
Yeah. But Grant, speaking of the Athens crew, how are the guys doing down there? Are the spirits high? I mean, we're getting towards the end of the school year.
Yeah, great. I mean, yeah, it is kind of sad. We're going. We got all of our final fest seasons coming up, so we got some fun ones. Mill Fest just happened. We have Mom's Weekend coming up here in a couple weekends, and then a couple other ones towards the end of the year. But yeah, we're getting all the emails. Get your cords and your cap and gowns graduate or ordered for graduation. So yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
Order
Grant,
mine today.
yeah, I can do that.
yeah, Grant and Colin, I need to, because I'm looking down on you guys because I'm your elder. I've been through this before, the whole graduation thing, college degree, and what have you. Been there, done that. How are you guys feeling now that you're coming to the end of the road and it's time to start really being adults with your lives? I know we said that we're adults before, but now it's like actually happening. How do you guys feel?
Uh, hey, I try not to think about it every day. To be honest, I listen. I'm done with school. All right, I want to be done academic wise. I'm tired of it. I'm at a point where I've senioritis again, just like we did in high school. I'm ready to be done. I don't want to do any work. When I have to go to class, my body just screams at me, and I have to beg and plead my legs to work and walk myself there.
Yeah.
That being said, I'm going to miss Athens great dearly. And being a college student and like not having like responsibilities. I'm
Yeah.
upset about that. I'm playing Minecraft. That's what I've been doing today. I've been playing Minecraft. I'm gonna miss that. Okay, I'm gonna miss that. Now, can I still play Minecraft? Yeah, but like I'm gonna be an adult. Like I'm gonna have a place that I have to like worry about like silly stuff like lawn upkeep. Like ugh, and like bills and like I'm getting sick thinking about it. To be honest, I'm sick to my stomach right now.
When all you want to do is just, slay the Ender Dragon. That's the only thing you want to
Correct.
do.
Correct.
You just want to
Correct.
make your own house in a virtual world and take
Thank
care
you. I'm glad you guys are with me. Seriously,
Yeah.
thank you guys.
about it.
No, yeah, Grant, how are you feeling through all this time?
I mean, completely agree with Colin. Kind of bittersweet. We're almost done, but definitely excited for the next steps. We got a lot of fun things coming up next throughout this next year. A few weddings, one of which is currently here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Colin, you're the one who's growing up the fastest out of all of us because you're getting married soon. Well, aside from Adam, but he has no time for these childish podcast things anymore. He's
Correct.
working dude and he's getting married ahead of everyone else.
I
So
mean, Adam's basically 45. He doesn't count.
yeah, so but Colin, you're growing up extremely fast. Weddings fast approaching. No second thoughts, right? You're still all in on that, or
Oh, well, that's an interesting thing to ask on air, but hey, no, not at all.
okay, good. Just didn't want to put you on the spot, but I just wanted to confirm that.
Yeah, no, appreciate that. Yep.
So,
Um,
Eli, do you think Colin's wedding will be good?
I know Colin's wedding will be good, and I just want to apologize again to Adam and Ivy. It's like,
I asked this.
What? What?
no, Colin wasn't here. It was just you and Cam. But like this was this was like back in 2024. It was many episodes ago. We were talking about Adam's wedding, and I wanted to like just keep the conversation going. And I started a sentence with, "Do you guys think Adam's wedding will be?" And it's like one of those like fill in the blank sort of things. Like just okay, I just got to come up with a word to make this a question to keep the conversation going.
Okay.
And I went with good. So do you guys think Adam's wedding will be good? And I believe Cam said, "What the hell kind of question is that?"
Hey, that's a great question to follow up with that. I mean,
Eli,
seriously.
you do a great job filling quiet time and spaces in between sentences, but that was not one of your best moments right there.
That wasn't my finest
Uh,
moment.
I'm
It's all
sure
right.
Adam loved that. I don't remember that conversation. I'm sure there was one, and I'm sure Adam was livid.
I'm sure he doesn't even know about it.
Yeah,
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, he is. I mean, who knows the last time he's been on, and I don't think we made a clip out of it, so there's no way he knows.
I've just like, there's been multiple times where I've seen like text messages in the chat, which by the way, you guys probably know this. I am god awful at answering like group messages. Like I'm really not that good at answering like individual messages. I'm horrendous at group messages. So like every once in a while I'll go back and I'll just like be like briefly scrolling and I'll see like Adam pissed off about something. I feel like that happens regularly in the Adam McManus Gmail like chat. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what just happened? Like, why is he mad? And he's like, he seems genuinely mad at Eli. It's always Eli's fault. What the hell, Eli? And it's like, what are we upset about?
I'm always the scapegoat for sure. I'm surprised well, again, Adam probably doesn't listen to any of these episodes when he's not actually participating in them, but I'm surprised he didn't, go up in arms about this past episode last week where it was just I don't know if either of you guys listened to it, but it was just me reading TikTok comments by myself for 20 minutes. And it was probably the saddest 20 minutes of my life.
No, then get to that one and probably won't, to be quite
Yeah.
frank.
And I was going to, but not anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and like I think I don't know if Cam actually listened to it, but Cam was the one who said, "Eli, I'm so sorry. We forgot to do an episode." And I was like, "Well, he probably listened to it and realized how bad it was." And said, "Eli, I'm so sorry we left you like that."
I feel very bad when Saturday or Sunday rolls around and I realize that either you guys had already recorded or I just been busy that week and forgot to hop on. But moving forward after graduation, I will have hopefully more time during the night, so I should be on more consistently.
Well,
Oh,
just be on when you can. Colin, what's up?
great. Speaking of like clips and like our social media or whatever, I want to, I was looking at this clip you posted, Eli, about when we were talking about Diet Coke and like I was saying how I had my third one of the day or whatever.
Hmm.
This guy commented and said, my grandfather's lung cancer from smoking developed into brain cancer because of Diet Coke. I wasn't a huge fan of that comment. I think we should block him and report his account.
We can't. He's one of the 50 followers that I bought. He- Yeah, that was I know.
Logan Virgili, calling him out. Sorry, following 19 people. You're not a celebrity, bro. We're blocking your account. You're deleted off here. It's done. It's over, buddy.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I did come across that comment as well, and I thought to, maybe respond with something, but what do you respond with? Like, sorry for your loss?
Hey, you can't respond with anything. And shout out Sam for saying DC is God's gift to man. Don't get it twisted. That's a great comment.
That is a good comment, but Colin, frankly, you raise a good issue. We can't be blocking people left and right. Okay, we have just over 300 followers, and we need every single one. We start blocking people, saying, "No, you're not good enough to follow us." Then other people are going to get wind of it, and they're going to say, "You know what? I don't want to follow them anyways."
No. I disagree with this. This
Really?
is not a good point. I think that actually puts us at an advantage.
Mm.
We start blocking people and we start saying, "Hey, you're not really like good enough. Sorry, you don't meet the criteria to follow us," and we block them.
Yeah,
That'll start to intrigue people. Am I good enough to follow him?
yeah.
And we get this mass like movement happening on the internet, and people start going, "Am I worthy to follow? I'm no genius."
Just like you're not I'm no genius material, basically.
Everyone gives it a shot, and we make our account private after
Oh.
after a short time. So people have to request, and as they request, they think to themselves, "Oh, I wonder if I'm going to get accepted." And then we go through, we accept all of them,
There you go.
and they get this notification. Oh, accepted! Yeah.
Colin, I know you're nursing, but you should do like marketing if the whole nursing thing doesn't work out.
I mean, I think
Excuse me.
Colin just urged me to finally follow back. I'm no genius.
Yeah, yeah,
3 years I unfollowed, so I might hit that follow back button before they go private.
Yeah.
he's preaching right to you, Grant. But with that's wraps up about the 30 minutes that I'm required to do for community service. Guys, do you have a life lesson for some of the viewers out there?
We're done.
Dude, let's keep going.
No, I'm cutting you off.
No.
No,
Oh,
we're still going. I don't care about you. Actually, you hang up. Me and Grant are going to talk, and you're going to post it. By the way, at the end of this video, stay tuned. I'm going to clip me going through my entire Minecraft world that I've been working on, and Eli is going to post it at the end of this video. By the way, hey, see, Eli, I have stuff to talk about, and look
Well,
at you
no,
trying to
I
cut
had
us
more. I
off.
wanted to talk about like March Madness and stuff. Eli, if you're tired and you want to go to bed, that's okay. We can.
no, I'll keep going. Peer pressure, but I'll keep going. It's whatever.
Eli, I just love
It's
talking.
because Cam's not here. That's it.
Yeah.
I have to do 30 minutes with Cam then. Oh, we're not going to get any views. I'm done with that, Eli. Don't start with me, all right? Me upset. All right, this is my topic. Today, I re-grip my clubs, okay? I sent them to Grant. Re-gripping clubs, Eli. Does that sound like something you need to go do like at some type of like golf store, like professionally?
You would think, yeah.
You would think, right? Hey, it is beyond easy. Beyond easy. I got this little kit, right? Has this little like hook knife or whatever that's like specific for cutting off the grips. You cut off the grips, you take off the old tape. That takes the longest, okay? Getting the old tape off. Once you get that off, you clean it, you put on the new tape, you spray solvent, and then you slip on that new grip and you let it sit. They're all sitting right now. You guys want to see them? I know you do. Let
Yep.
me switch the camera around. Good podcasting.
Wow.
There you go.
What club are those?
All my irons except for my wedges because those already have those grips on them, except just different color.
You get to test them out tomorrow morning.
Yeah, me and Green are golf tomorrow.
Right now.
Yeah.
Me and reoccurring guest Brock Evans on this podcast versus Colin and Trent. I don't think Trent's ever been on here, but
I don't think so.
He never will be.
it's time for
Yeah, I love Trent, but he might not be on my genius material. I'm sorry, but I was thinking about extending an invitation to Brock for this episode. We haven't seen him in a while since he crashed the 100th episode.
I extended an invitation. He was sadly at Taco Tuesday, so he was unable to attend.
Unbelievable.
Priorities.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of unbelievable, Grant, March Madness, what's on your mind?
Dude, it's just great every single year. I want to start with Colin. Very, very sorry about you not being able to join the group this year.
Hey, I'm saying that I'm still in it because I will send you guys my updated bracket because I have one.
I think we were in what was the first game of day one? It was Louisville Creighton. We were like 5 minutes in, and then I saw that Colin's max points was 0. I was like, well. So yeah, he wasn't able to join the group this year, unfortunately, but he is sending us updates, so hopefully he ends up with the best bracket and he's just not in the group.
I have all Sweet 16 teams still possible to win and go to the next round.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Sweet
Yeah.
16.
Huh?
You say you got the whole Sweet 16, right?
No, I said I have all my picks from round 32. Like I've got in there, you know what I mean?
Oh,
So
okay.
I have all my potential picks still going into the Sweet 16 round.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, I'm not doing. I mean, I'm doing okay in our actual tournament challenge league and everything. I'm in third place. Adam J-Mac is currently in first place, but
Not for
he
long.
he picked St. John's to win the national championship, and don't know if you guys heard, but they're not competing for it anymore. They're out.
I saw someone say St. John's would be the greatest basketball team ever if baskets were not a part of the game. They just can't shoot. I don't. There's a lot of people online saying this March Madness has been underwhelming, disappointing, just because they don't have like the Cinderella runs. But I mean, those are fun to watch sometimes. But once you kind of get down to the Elite Eight, the Final Four, and the finals, I feel like you want to see like those number ones, those number twos
Yes,
play each other. You want to see the best basketball possible, and
yes,
I think
yes.
that's what we have this year. And I'm very excited for Thursday to Sunday to see the Sweet 16 Elite Eight.
Yeah, I mean,
Also,
don't
Reds opening day.
yeah, big weekend for sports then. Yeah, it is always cool to see like some of those lower seed teams make a deep run into the tournament. But at the end of the day, don't you want to see the best college teams go against the best college teams at the end of the
Yes.
season? I mean, yeah, I mean, I got Duke winning mine. What do you guys think of my pick? I see neither of you pick Duke to win your brackets. So,
I
not
mean,
impressed.
I think they're in my finals. They're just very complete. I think they're gonna have like 4 lottery picks.
Yeah,
It's a really good team. So
they're
I can see them winning it.
they're
Um,
they're a darn good team.
it's kind of crazy that the transfer portal opens in the middle of the tournament. Did you guys see that there was a player for Michigan who entered the transfer portal? Like Michigan is still in the tournament, and this guy
Oh,
just left.
I did not see that. No.
I think
that
it's
is insane.
one of Scottie Pippen's kids, but I've just been getting like all these different alerts, like this player entered, and then I saw someone from Michigan, and I was like, "Who playing?" That's
Did you guys
I don't even,
see like I can't remember who it was, but like some team lost or whatever, in, like the round of 32 and 15 minutes after the game, so like shortly after the portal opened, he was already like entering the portal to go to another team.
yeah.
that's crazy to me. I can't even believe they do that.
Yeah. Well, like what's your guys' stance on like everybody talks about NIL and everything, but the transfer portal, what's your guys' whole stance on that? Your uneducated stance.
As a fan of both Ohio State and Ohio University, you see the two ends of the spectrum,
Yeah.
especially for football. Ohio State just gets whoever they want out of the portal, and then, I mean, one of the best point guards in the country who is still in the tournament, Mark Sears, he was a Bobcat. I don't like not a lot of people know that, but
Yeah.
he was here for a couple years and now he's tearing it up at Alabama. So
Yep.
No.
it's good to root for him, but you definitely wish he was still on your team instead of a SEC team.
Yeah.
You definitely wish that he was committed when he made a commitment to OU.
But
Yeah, but like Grant said, like I also understand like him going to a bigger school. Like why wouldn't he do that? He's
especially with NIL, yeah.
yeah, I mean he's an incredible player and like look what he's doing right now. Like why wouldn't he do that? He's gonna go play in the NBA.
Yeah, did you guys see that thing that it wasn't recently, it was like just like a couple months ago, I think. Rick Pitino was talking about his like next class and everything, or like the next team that he was bringing in and everything, and they said, "How do you replace the guys that you currently have?" And he said, "Well, we're not going to be recruiting freshmen. We're just going to be going straight to the transfer portal."
Yeah.
And it was just like, oh my gosh, you can do that? You cannot recruit freshmen? And he's just like, you can't replace the people, the guys that we had with, 18-year-old kids and everything. It's just strange. That's
Yeah,
all.
a lot of his team was this year. Did you guys see the end of the Arkansas St. John's game?
No, I didn't get a chance to.
So
Yeah.
Big East Player of the Year, RJ Lewis. Um, very, very good season. He didn't play, I think, in the last 5 minutes of the game because he shot 3 for 17. And there were a lot of people like upset online, like, you got to play him, you got to play him. But I mean, when you're shooting 3 for 17, you're just gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I mean, are you contributing? It doesn't even matter though if you're the Big East player of the year. If you're not contributing at all, like if you're 3 for 17, like why would you stay in the game?
Yep. Lights were too bright.
Dang. That what was the ending that we watched at Tony's the other night? What game was that?
Oh, Maryland, Colorado State.
Yes, yes, yes.
That was a good game.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Well, it should be an interesting rest of the tournament, I think, going into the Sweet 16. I still feel pretty strong about my picks, but only time will tell who is a fortune teller amongst our group. As of right now, Adam's in first, but he picked St. John's. He will not be in first for much longer.
I'm
So
just I'm appreciating it while it's here. And then I see Masters commercials popping up now more and more frequently. So it's just reminding me once this is done, we get the Masters the next
Oh my
week.
gosh, I'm so excited, bro.
I am pumped.
yeah, yeah. Speaking of, Masters in golf and everything, I think it was either what was it you, Grant, that sent out the post from Tiger Woods recently? Like he got himself a new lady friend or something.
His new dating life, where he
Yeah,
wanted to keep it private, even though he had a professional photo shoot and made a public
Posted it.
with a former Trump.
yeah, yeah. How's the relation there? Former Trump.
Yeah, I think Don Jr.'s ex-wife,
Yeah.
but she still keeps the last name Trump. Um, I think she has some pretty crazy dating history. Um,
This
discuss.
is good stuff right here.
She's been around to all the billionaires. Or
Eli, you
Uh,
know what this reminds me of right here? Frankie on the basement yard, like getting on his phone, like looking something up in the middle of the podcast.
which like Grant for a while there, you were kind of a naysayer of the basement yard. Colin, was he not?
I was. No.
Are you a fan now, Grant?
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, let's go.
I think Kylie liked it originally, and then we watched like a couple of the Santagato Studios videos, and they're hilarious. I love watching them. I
Yeah,
don't listen to the
they're
podcast.
they're just like uniquely hilarious. Like their podcast just makes me laugh every time. I love
Yeah, Colin, I believe we showed Grant one of the slam poetry videos,
it. Yeah.
and me, you and Cam, we were all, bending over. We were laughing so it was so funny,
Mhm.
and Grant was just like, I don't get this at
Yeah.
all.
I mean, I can like kind of see it like if you don't know them, like if you haven't watched them before that, how you could be like, this is just ridiculous. But I mean, that is to this day still one of my favorite videos on the internet.
I mean, people who don't know us probably hate seeing us, you
Correct.
know?
Correct.
So we're an acquired taste, just like Santagato Studios.
Oh, Vanessa Trump's dating history. She dated Valentin Riviera, who was very, very high up in the Latin Kings. Are you familiar with them? It's a gang. Um, he was sentenced to prison for a while. She then dated Leonardo DiCaprio shortly after his time in Titanic. After she was done with Leo, she went to a Saudi prince, Prince Khalid bin Bandar bin Sultan Al Saud. Um, he was
Nailed it.
later possibly tied to the attackers on 9/11, but yeah, we'll just not talk about that. And then she got married to Don Jr. for several years. Now she's a Tiger.
That is an unreal lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I always wondered with some of these like celebrity dating histories and everything? Like I've been adult for a while and I've been in the dating pool for I've dated a few people in my lifetime. How did these people meet? Like, how do they come across each other?
I can't answer that.
Just like I don't think they have that many mutual friends, but I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe I'm old fashioned in that sense.
Yeah, hey, you're asking the wrong person. I have no idea how that occurs.
But we will respect Tiger's privacy and not talk about this.
Any more than we already have.
Yeah. I don't know, just a wild thing to post. Congrats to them though. Tiger recently going through a tough time towards Achilles. But it looks like he's gonna be recovering well.
Looks like he's gonna be bouncing back just fine. So
Okay, I end it. I know you want to jerk off.
no, you guys said you had the stuff on your mind. I don't want to cut you off. I'm sorry. That was impolite of me. Please keep talking.
No, I'm done.
Um,
Sick of you.
if we want to make it a full hour, I could do a really, really annoying riddle for you guys.
No, end it now. End it.
Eli, it's your call. It's up to you.
Just out of curiosity, I really want to know what this riddle is.
Ugh.
Okay. So, listeners can partake in this as well.
If
I
it's
won't be participating.
if it's stupid, I am going to end this.
So, I'm gonna go on a trip. Um, I'm gonna start by driving to Rhode Island, where I'm gonna stay for 2 nights. Um, from Rhode Island, I'm gonna take a hot air balloon to Dallas. And then from Dallas, I am going to fly to Spain. Where am I?
Um, like where are you starting from?
No, no, where am I?
You're here with us.
No.
You're in Athens, Ohio. Yeah, you are. No, I'm right. I'm right.
No, I'm actually in Cincinnati.
End
How?
it.
How? I must know.
Grant, if I hear this riddle on the course tomorrow, I'm hitting you with a club.
I mean, one more?
No, no, we're gonna end it, guys.
Come
Life,
on.
no,
Listen.
no, no. Life lesson. I don't care. I'll look it up afterwards.
Lame.
Oh, yes.
Colin, life lesson.
Play Minecraft. That's it.
Gotta love Minecraft. Make it a part of your morning routine.
Correct.
Grant, what about you?
I mean, if you want to look like Ashton Hall, start start waking up unnecessarily early.
Yes.
Get some bowls with some ice and get some bananas to rub on your face.
Yeah, again, all crucial stuff to be added to the morning routine. Um, Word, Eli Burgett, is it? No, it's TM. Excuse me, trademark. Yeah, we're gonna move on now and end this once and for all. From everyone here at I'm a Genius, I'm Eli. He's Grant, and he's Colin. Thank you guys for watching.